Hi, my name is Becky, and I'm doing Marie BitsandClips, one random story tag. This is the story of how my very conservative mother found out about my nose ring. When I had turned 18, I knew I wanted to get a piercing. It was something she would have never let me do. All my friends had them, so of course I had to have one. And I figured, I had a job at the time too. I'm like, okay, this, I can just flip it in like most people. If I have to hide it, it can be gone. So it seemed like the most practical thing for me to get. So, so I get it done. And then you can buy these retainers that you put in so that you can flip them in a little easier than a regular ring. And I got one of those. I went back to my friend's house afterwards and I tried to put the retainer in so that I could hide it from them because I didn't want them to find out because I knew that they would freak out. And it was too big. Where they had pierced it, my nose was too low and the ring wouldn't flip up in, so I was like, oh my god, they're gonna find out way sooner than I expected. So I managed to get home after they went to bed and hide it from them. The next morning, on our way to church, and in the morning getting ready, they managed not to see it. I think I was just looking down and, kind of covering my face the whole morning. Well, we get to church and sit down and the service starts, and I look over at my mom and she looks back at me and her jaw just drops. She had, it was, I will never forget that look. I can't even replay that for you, but I'll always remember that. And she started crying in the middle of church. Nobody, it wasn't bad enough that everyone noticed, but oh god, it was bad. And she started crying, and then luckily she had an hour to stew away at this and kind of calm down. And after the service, I think she had enough time to think, and she didn't freak out. Of course she didn't approve of it, but there wasn't a whole lot she could do afterwards. And now she doesn't care. Doesn't bother her. I think she's used to it. Obviously, I have other piercings. I have tattoos. She doesn't like when I get new ones, but I think that's the way she was raised. That's how it's gonna go for her. But yeah, there's my story of being that awful rebellious child that got a piercing and didn't tell my mother until we got to church. Bye.